32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play and the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is caught by Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Ndamukong Suh busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic 3rd and long after that last sack. They'll look to throw here. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. Fournette. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added a 3rd element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Dillon up the middle. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Up the gun, Fournette. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd down, back to Fournette. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. play fake. Brady. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder. You think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Brady going to go on fourth down. Open man has got it. It's complete. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And Brady will sneak it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Hey, 88.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
46. Inside. Come on. Over.
Here's Rodgers to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Rodgers now on first down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. There's 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. Now it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time you're able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Brady now on first down. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From midfield, here's Brady. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
26.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. Now Dillon on the inside give.
He's got room at the 30.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers.
A.J. Dillon,
39 yards.
and the Packers get a bit closer.
Now Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
50. Brings up 2nd and 9. 88.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Easy. 26.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And again, it's Rodgers.
He'll check this down, complete to Dillon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Brady.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And brought in by Brady.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Fournette running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a play fake. Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. To throw is Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 57 yards.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
In motion, the tight end.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Again, it's Fournette. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Fournette.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long.